guys. Got another one to show off. We have got a, they're always fancy, but this one's a little extra fancy. And my buddy Nate wanted the look of the old World War II fighter jets as a build. So we did an extra shiny dial that has decent weird strikings in it. Then lasered out what looks like panels and rivets. So, and then I went through and backfilled in black just quickly. So some of the black circles are darker than others. Some of them aren't as defined. And then pipped it. So, and then I went back and did a black handset and a custom painted seconds hand. We did a chemical stripping on the case, and then I went back and I painted it black, baked it, and then I used acetone and like brushed it off so that some of it stayed in the pores. It just kind of had that look to it, where some of it seeped into the metal. Can't really do that with a crown, and even if you do, it's going to come right off. So unless you black Cerakote a crown completely and then bake it a couple times, it's going to come off. So I thought, well, that's shiny. Let's keep this shiny. Then I went back and I brushed it to give it a bit of, you can see it up here, brush look to it. So that's that part of the build. Did a stainless steel movement holder all the way around, silver rotor, and a large window exhibition case back. And then we did a custom 2-piece extra soft Italian leather in the same style. So just went through and made like the dimples like what we were, like where you would do threading up the side, but just did not push them all the way through. So that is the look of the strap. And then I thought the silver that I did didn't quite look right, so I thought, you know what, I'll just put black out there. It's going to be, you know, black on the back side. And then we did edge paint, black on the sides. Makes it a little bit thicker, so over time it will slide a little bit better. But it slides. Extra large holes. You know, watching this stuff through a camera is so much tougher than just doing it in real life. So, I thought the black looked better. So that's his build. As always, I go over all of them. Okay, so I forgot to go over the bezel. I did the same thing on the bezel. I chemical stripped it, backfilled it in black, and then I went around and kind of brushed it in a circle. And it kind of gave itself a more of a shiny look. So this stayed kind of darker, this stayed kind of shinier, and that's extra shiny. So I think it turned out exactly the way it should. So put the bezel on a little bit tighter, but you can spin them left, you can spin them right. There is no clicking involved with these bezels. So, and then these are automatic mechanical, so you can wind them, you can wear them, or you can put them on a winder to keep them running. But if you're going to wear them, you're not going to be very active, and it's low, back off your crown. Till you hear it clicking, and you feel a little bit of play, and wind it. This way winds it, this way does nothing, but it's a lot easier than doing this maneuver. So if you do this for about 4 seconds before you put it on, just aggressively like this, even if you're not very active, it shouldn't lose any time throughout your day. If you do it something closer to 20-25 seconds, you'll max out your 31-hour power reserve. But you can wind it all day, as it does not hurt it, and it will just not take on any more than the mainspring getting up to 31-hour. Though I have had them go longer than that, I promise. Could just be how it's sitting. So, which is why it's keeping time. I did not wear this through the night. I did not wear his watch around, and it's kept perfect time. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 11:08 a.m.
Ooh, didn't keep perfect time. Got it at 11:06 on here. So you pull it out to the one and only click. You can now set your time. It's not a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. And you're going to be kind of pulling as you set the time, but as you notice, your crown fluctuates. You've got a wobble crown. This is deflecting lateral pressure on that stem, not putting any pressure on it. So they said, what, 1108? Is that right? It sounded right. So it's probably closer to 1109. It also makes it nice and easy to push it back and thread it back down. And then a little pro tip, if you're only off by a little bit each day. So let's see if we can get it to focus. So do you see, let's grab a pen here. You see this lever right here that's going from here to here. If you bump it down, it will make where this is pointing right here. See this plus and minus? See how, I don't know if you can see. Let's see, will that focus? See how it's pointed like right in the middle? Oh, I'm assuming that's right in the middle. Pointed right at that center. If you bump this down this way, that'll make it more towards the plus. That's all you got to do. So sometimes they'll run differently if they're sitting facing up, facing down, you know, when you're wearing them. Same kind of thing too. These are like plus to minus 40 seconds each day. So that's how you do it right there. So if you would find that it's taking, if it's losing a minute or something like that, all we got to do is bump it down just a little bit and we'll run a little faster. You can sit here and micro adjust this thing. You just do little bumps. Don't do this one. Never touch that one. You will throw off your beat error and you'll F your watch up. You don't need it serviced. But that one right there, just bump it down just a little bit, just a tiny little lever. Don't get past and get into your hairspring down here that's going back and forth. But you just bump that a little bit, make that go a little bit more to the plus, and it will run a little bit faster. So, pro tip. But most, I think all automatics and mechanicals have something like that on them somewhere to advance it. So that's his build. As always, they come with matching beads, which Nate's not a bead guy. That's okay. He's going to get beads anyway because that's how it goes. And then he'll have a silver special edition box. Every build comes with watch cleaner. It's good on all glass and metal parts. Non-toxic, non-streaking, non-residue. Some leather conditioner to make sure that leather strap stays perfect. You'll just buff it on, let it set, seep in, and then remove any excess. A little bit will go a long way. I promise you this will last your strap. And then lastly, some fine scratch remover, as that's acrylic glass and can scratch. And if it does, you just put a little bit on, buff against it, fill in that scratch, generate some heat with your thumb behind a microfiber, like the one that will be included. And then about 15 seconds later, that scratch will be gone. Just a little bit. Otherwise, you're going to have so much of that stuff, you're not going to know what to do with it. So just put it on there, just rub it back and forth, and just generate heat. Just keep doing it, keep doing it. 15 seconds later, it should be super smooth. You won't even know it's there anymore because it's not. But that is for fine to medium scratches. If you do want like a heavy-ass scratch in there, if you like gouge this thing, just reach out to me, and I'll replace your glass for you. So. But that is the build. Hopefully you guys like it. I thought it was super unique. That was the direction he wanted to go with it. So if you want something custom and unique built for you, reach out, let me know. And if you want to continue seeing builds like this, like and subscribe as I put them up every day. Thanks.